right, guys, I just want to show you your task for today. And today is March 19th, 2020, Thursday. Okay. So, with that being said, the first thing I want you to do is watch the following screencast prior to beginning any assignments. After completing the screencast, I want you to go to Nearpod and go to the Illusions Nearpod using your specific code. So if you're my home base, this one, Barnes home base, that one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Nearpod. So your objective for today is I can describe the purpose of illusions. Your other objective is I can interpret illusions in a literary work. The first objective basically means you can describe why an author or a writer would want to include an illusion in their writing. And the second one, all that means is you can tell or describe the meaning of an illusion. A little bit of what we touched on yesterday. Okay. So, what is the purpose of an illusion? Well, an illusion often helps the reader remember the message or the theme of a passage. I also want to say this, it also helps create an idea or a specific image in a reader's head. For example, and I got this one from you, Maylee. Um, if someone says, "Oh man, John is as strong as Hercules," that's an illusion, right? The illusion is Hercules, and Hercules comes from a Greek mythological story, and it basically means that someone is extremely strong. Well, if I mention Hercules, you would probably have an image of Hercules in your head for a second. And that would be one purpose of an illusion. Also, keep in mind, illusions only reference well known people or popular people, popular events, popular historical figures. So keep that in mind about illusions. All right. How do I identify an illusion? The only way you could really identify illusion is by recognizing the popular reference. So if you don't know the reference, then the illusion might just fly over your head. And that's a metaphor. What that really means is you wouldn't understand the illusion because you don't know the reference. So the only way that you could pretty much identify one is by being able to recognize the reference. Okay. All right, so this is our worksheet for today. Very simple, just like the last one. What you're going to do here, or all I want you to do, would be to circle or highlight how whatever works for you. I'm going to use the highlighter. You would highlight the illusion, tell me what it's referenced to, and what it means. So let's try number one together. It says, the kindergartners were frightened of the new principal who reminded them of Cruella de Vil. Well, the illusion here is Cruella de Vil. I did that all wrong. All right, there we go. Cruella de Vil. And we know that's a reference to the Disney movie Dalmatians 101 or 101 Dalmatians. And a possible meaning comparing a principal to Cruella de Vil, I would think that that means that the principal is evil or has evil plans. So in the box, I'm going to put 101 Dalmatians. There we go. There we go. And the meaning to that would mean that the principal is evil. Maybe has some diabolical plans. Waha. There we go. Make sure that you put it on the line as you should. There we go. So basically like yesterday, right? So just like in class, gradual release. Yesterday I did more with you. Today I did a little bit with you, and then tomorrow we're gonna have a quiz on illusions. Okay, very simple, standard. Again, just like yesterday, if you don't understand or if you don't know a reference, then make sure that you Google it. I also want to mention if you have a question during the lesson, I have two Google Hangouts that, there we go, that are popping up now. The Humber home base and the Barnes home base. So while you're working, if you have any questions and things like that, I'm available here. Just put your question here instead of in Google Classroom so that you can get an instant message. More importantly, if you ask a question, you might have a question that someone else has. So let's put it here in the Google Hangouts. Make sure to keep it appropriate, no silly stuff, okay? Because this stuff is related to school, okay? So that's your Nearpod. Remember, it's done when it says thank you. So let's go back to our slides to see what we're supposed to be doing. After your Illusions Nearpod, you're going to log into Moby Max and complete the Illusions lesson. I will say this, the Illusions lesson is very, 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 very simple. These two lessons will be located in the Assignments tab, just like we've been doing all year, okay? So if you click on this, and we're just going to look at one together, if it loads today, or, okay, let's click refresh. Oh, okay. It signed me out. We're going to look at one together so you guys can kind of see, but it's just kind of like a reinforcement of what we've already been talking about. Keep in mind, your lesson will be in the assignments tab. I have the teacher edition, so mine looks a little bit different. Okay. So here's the definition to an illusion. Okay. It gives you an example here. The brave firefighter possessed Herculean strength. We just mentioned Hercules, didn't we? And then ask you the definition of an illusion, okay? And if you guys look up here, it gives you the definition, okay? So very simple, only 7 pages. And when I say 7 pages, it's one question. I should probably just say 7 questions. Which statement about illusions are true? All of this information is located, or these answers are located in the Nearpod. So you can refer back to the Nearpod if you forget an answer to the question. Okay. So same thing with this. 7 questions here for a total of 14 questions. What do you need to do to understand an illusion? Oh, I'm looking at the answer. Hope you are too. And again, you can refer back to the Nearpod, and that will help you answer that question. Okay. So that's that assignment. When you're done with that, the last thing I want you to do, and maybe I should have flip-flopped that, read the K chapter 1 and answer the chapter 1 reading questions. Those reading questions are important because we'll refer to them during our Google Meet Hangouts. I had a couple students that had trouble loading the book, so I'm going to give some more time on reading chapter 1. Friday, we're Google Meeting, we're Google hanging out, and we're talking about chapter 1. So you have one more day to get chapter 1 finished. If you have already read chapter 1 and you want to go ahead and read chapter 2, you can do that as well. All right. So those are your lessons for the day. Don't forget, if you have a question at our allotted time, you can access me here and I can answer you any of your questions immediately. All right, guys. Hope y'all are doing good. I'm trying to go back to our okay, there we go.